You ain't got no job, and you ain't got shit to do.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, PDO fam. We here. Oh my goodness. I can never get my
What?
Anyway, Terrence is fresh off a nap.
Baby girl.
He's he gonna need some coffee. But we here though. Yeah. Welcome to another episode of the Payday Off Podcast. This is episode 77. We are here. We are live in the flesh. Me and T went to Chicago last week. Chicago. Y'all got some. Would you agree there were some fine ass girls out there?
Yeah, there's a lot of Asian people.
I guess let me say this. I rephrase it. I saw a lot of fine ass black women out there.
Of all races.
Yeah.
I just saw a lot of Asian people. It was cool. There were like a lot of good-looking Asian people.
Well, I feel like I didn't peep a lot of Asians like you said.
There were. And I feel like I haven't seen Asian people in a minute, like in general. There's not a lot in Tampa. But it was cool.
Yeah, we had a good time.
Other than you falling asleep Friday night, and then you FaceTime like 8 niggas for 5 hours. It was straight.
8 niggas for 5 hours is crazy.
Yeah, can we talk about that?
He exaggerated.
FaceTime at 8 niggas is
it's
kind of wild in its own, but for 5 hours is crazy.
T. Hold on, let T speak his mind. Go ahead, T.
Because I swear in the span of probably 2 or 3 hours, probably 2 hours, you were on the phone, either FaceTime or on the phone with like 4+ men, and then I came to like a statistic. How many FaceTimes a day with a male, like can you have with a male if you're not talking about nothing important until it's considered like a little sus? And I say after like not two maybe 3 is where it's considered kind of like homosexual. And then bro, I'm like, damn. But okay, so you were doing that right, and nothing important. But then like at the end when you were FaceTiming Troy, that's when I was like at the end towards I was like, all right, bro. Like that might have been honestly the most annoying thing you've ever done. Like straight up, like doing that. And then this nigga was just like straight dick riding Troy. I'm like, all right, bro. Like I was trying to give you the hint without saying it, but damn. And then we got off the phone. And it was all good from there. But that was just something that was like that was very annoying.
So anyway,
that boy was glazing.
So I'm gonna speak,
bro. Like a glazed donut.
Yes,
that's
and then
crazy.
That's a whole other topipic.
Krispy Kreme.
So I'm gonna speak my piece now. Okay.
And then your thing's gonna be they FaceTime me. Like, okay, nigga, just don't answer.
Slow down for a
second. He low-key right. Don't answer. So, nigga, I hit y'all back when I get back.
So me and T were chilling in the hotel room, relaxing, charging our phones, kind of just waiting to go out and do everything, whatever. Anyways, niggas knew we were in Chicago. Niggas kept blowing my phone up. Answered the phone call, whatever. Talked to a couple people. My little cousin called me. I talked to my mom. And then I think when I was in the bathroom, Eric Cat called me. And Eric Cat called me because he called me back from a call that he had called me from like a week prior. And then when we were chilling there, me and T just chilling. T's on his bed in the hotel room. I'm chilling on mine. We're just chilling, doing nothing. Literally sitting there. He's playing music. And then Troy calls me. And me and Troy get in a conversation. Again, chilling, charging my phone. The same conversation me and Troy always have. Troy's telling me about his life and all that shit because we haven't caught up in a while. So we just sitting there chilling. I'm like, all right, bet we chilling. Next you know, T's in the back like huffing and puffing. I'm like, nigga, if you want me to get off the phone, just say something.
Some change at that point.
I'm like, damn, bro.
I'll just let you get your piece off. Like, go ahead, FaceTime.
So I'm like, nigga, take the phone and be like, yo, Troy, we gotta go. So I'll be like, all right, bet.
Why you rely on me to do everything for you? Like,
slow down for a second.
You want me to say get off? You want me to wake you up?
I'll let you speak.
You a grown ass man.
I let you speak. Now let me speak.
Nigga, I feel like Mason in the
background. And on top of that,
so I need popcorn for this.
So that night, okay, I fall asleep because we go back to the hotel after the Bulls game to go charge our phones. I'm a grown ass man, and I fell asleep. I'm sorry, I'm a human.
You're like, bro, wake me up, bro. Why didn't you wake me up, dog? Like, I was lit. Like,
I'm so confused as to why you did not wake me up. Because slow down, can we speak? Because I said, bro, of course of course I fell asleep, motherfucker. I've been up since 5 a.m. We flew on a plane. We fucking been around Chicago, walking around, drinking all goddamn day.
I was fine.
Okay, cool. I'm happy for you. That's great. We fucking went back to the hotel room again to charge our phones. We're laying on the on the beds. Next thing you know, pause. And then I wake up And I'm like, bitch, it's morning.
Oh, wait, what
And
time did you fall asleep?
It was like
Like
11.
bro. He woke up at like.
Oh, wait, this was on Saturday?
This is Friday night.
Friday night?
I had been up since 5 a.m. that day. I said, and with
I mean,
flying and all
I
that
think
shit,
even if he woke you up, I don't think you would have woke
If you
up.
That's what I'm
If
saying. I don't
would've-
want to bother niggas while they're sleeping.
If you would've-
He's the one who's like, why do you wake me up,
Hold
dog?
up,
Like-
wait.
Nah, I ain't gonna
First of all,
lie.
how you gonna
He
say if? Because I'm gonna tell you right now, if the shoes on the other fit, if you had fell asleep and I know we really wanted to go out, I would have been like, yo, T, let's go. So that's why I said, why don't you just wake me up? Especially if I'm gonna wake up in the morning, you're gonna be like, bro, you took an L because you fell asleep. Bitch, try to wake me up.
Nah,
if you could have just tried to wake me up, and then I would have been like, fuck you. Then you could have been like, Larry, you a bitch for that.
He probably would have said "fuck you" if you try to wake him up.
He-
But
I
was
definitely,
snoring
I
deeply
definitely would have
and
not
deep
said that though.
sleep.
If any nigga wakes me up, if it's especially for some shit like
outta
that,
here.
we're in fucking a different city. If you
Nigga-
woke me up, I'd be like, all right, bet my bad, let's go.
nigga do be in deep ass.
So-
I don't want to bother a nigga, bro.
Nigga, if
but-
you don't want to bother me, then don't complain about me falling asleep.
I'm,
Just
not
wake me
I'm
up.
complaining about you getting mad at me for not waking you up.
But
Bitch, I wish you would've woke me up.
But you should have woke
See,
him
why
up.
are you getting mad at me for waking you, not waking you up?
You should have woke him up though.
Okay, sorry for just being nice and letting a human sleep. Damn, nigga.
Y'all on
you said-
vacation.
bitch,
Yeah, nigga, you
wake
get
your
mad
ass
at me
up.
for
How you
not
gonna
letting
say
him wake up.
being nice letting humans sleep? Bitch, you get mad at me for being a human and falling asleep.
Hey, you should have been like,
When I
wake
get
your
mad, you
punk
fall
ass
Because
up.
you said, nigga, I wasn't sleepy. Nigga, I'm a human. I'm sorry, I fell asleep.
I wasn't mad at that. I just stated I wasn't sleepy.
Now you know what you should have did. You should have threw water on this nigga.
Yeah, I should have just done a prank. Or
There
some
you go.
shit.
Should have and recorded it for PDO.
PDO, yeah.
That's what I would have did. I would have threw water on that nigga.
But anyway, long story less long. So we woke up the next day, went out, and then we were fucking out from 10 a.m. till 3 a.m. Went back to the airport and hopped on the plane.
And it was cold as shit outside.
And then that's when Terrence got to sleeping.
it was cold as shit outside too.
Dirt, yeah, it was cold.
It's cold. Called the Windy City for a reason.
It was cold. That Terrence was a lot more cold. Cause I mean, I was fine. Then at night it got really cold. I will say that. But T, I thought he was thinking he was getting frostbite for a second because it was pretty fucking.
shit.
It was pretty fucking
My
cold.
hands
out
Bro,
there.
fucked up.
that wind was crazy, bro. Y'all was standing out there at 4-degree weather.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How'd
no, it was
that
cold out there.
feel? 4-degree weather. Single
Well, it was
digits.
what it was 20 felt like 0. That's what it was.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Yeah. At one point it said felt like negative like 1, -2.
Imagine.
I was like, all right, this is.
But what
we were.
what
we
it
were
feel
both-
like though? Like, was it really? You was like, oh.
Do you feel like you was like on some like extreme
Just
shit?
my hands was fucked up. That was the only thing.
I feel
my
like
hands
when we
was
took
fucked
our
up.
gloves off, you straight. But for the most part, honestly,
Y'all feet wasn't freezing?
nah, because I double socked up.
Yeah.
I had on jeans, and then I had on a thermal, a shirt, and then that thick ass coat, and then I had gloves, a beanie, and a mask on.
Oh yeah, you was straight. You was chilling.
So I thought it was straight. So overall,
Could you wake up and do that every day?
I wouldn't want to. Could I? Yes. Would I want to? No.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do that
So,
shit either. Fuck that.
But overall, I mean, I think me and T, I think I got us on video. I asked what you rated it. I said an 8.
Of
I
what?
said
Huh?
8 out of 10.
Oh.
And I said I would give it a 10, but y'all motherfuckers are charging $40 to get into a fucking club.
Sound like Miami.
Oh yeah.
Remember that nigga said he was like, you want to go to the club or the bar? I said, what's the difference? He said the bar is 20, the club is 40.
Nigga,
I said, what?
Who's paying $20
I literally
to
just
get
walked
into
away.
a bar?
I said, I literally just walked away, especially because we were at that same bar 2 hours prior for free. So I was like, I'm good, bro.
$20 to get in a bar is crazy, nigga.
I'm good.
I'm buying drinks. I'm chilling.
Yeah, I was like $20 to get in or $40 to go to the club. That's
But as
crazy.
far as not, all right, so I haven't been there in a long time. I just know from the videos that y'all showed, was it compared that to New York as far as like look of like the
Oh
buildings
no, Chicago
and
was
everything?
beautiful, bro.
was
Honestly,
very nice.
it was like a clean New York, dog. Like straight up, like and like a good chunk of the city.
Mm-hmm.
Like there were some cities where it got, or parts of the city where it got a little like kind of on some grimy New York
Mm-hmm.
shit, but like it was like a rich New York, bro. Like
Yeah.
for half of the city, like by the Bean, and when you kept on going, like the architecture, like if you're into that shit, like it was. It's a beautiful ass city, straight up.
From
Like,
my
it's
experience
fire.
from New York to doing that shit in Chicago, I would say that I felt like New York was just a lot busier. I mean, I'm sure Chicago is busier in the summer, but I feel like New York was just had a lot more going on than what I witnessed
Yeah,
there.
a lot
But,
more people there.
yeah. So it was, but overall, it was dope. I fucked with it.
Would you go back?
Yeah, I go back. It's not at the top of my list to go back. It was never at the top of my list to go to there in the beginning. I really hadn't thought about it till T even brought it up. But I was like, all right, that'd be dope. So I figured, why the fuck not? So,
I'm gonna go to Arizona next,
oh yeah, Arizona would be dope. Yeah,
Sedona or like Phoenix or some shit.
or Tempe.
Tempe would be.
That's
cool.
what Taven. Remember what Taven was saying? Tempe.
Oh yeah, we could stay with him. I don't know. I feel like he'd be kind of annoying, like staying with him. Not in general, like
Yeah, fuck
be
that.
like chilling with him would be cool, but like I feel like they'll just be doing some like goofy shit if I stayed with him.
We would probably be dying laughing though.
Yeah.
That nigga Tay was hilarious. But
Chiraq.
overall though, yeah, I'm gonna say
Y'all see
top.
any YNs?
Yes. Oh my God.
Slow down,
Now that you
forgot
say
about that spot.
bro. If you, I don't know if you watched my story, bro. We're walking like in the OK part of downtown. And I don't know if this was like a prank or some like a joke they were doing or some shit.
Definitely not a prank.
Yeah, probably not. They were like, there's this guy, just two like just regular black dudes working at valet, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we're just like probably like 30 feet away walking, and then out of nowhere, this dude in a fucking Nike Tech with a shiesty halfway pulled up. He's like, "What's up, nigga?" to the guy. He's like, "What's up?" And then the guy's just like, "What's good? What's good?" Like he's like, "Yeah." Like, "What's up? What's up?" And then he's just like, "What's up?" with each other. And then he like starts walking away. He's like, verbatim. He's like, "You lucky you not on the clock right now. Would kill your bitch ass." And the guy was like, "Okay, then do it then, nigga. Damn." Like he's on some shit like that. Then he just like keeps on going like this, and he like just like runs backwards and just like runs away. Yeah. And then we like. I don't know why, like, in my mind, I'm watching this. I'm not even, like, my street senses, I'm not even phased. That's why I'm like, was this real? Like, I'm just looking like, oh, okay, like, bet. Like, I wasn't, you know, like, if something like that was really, like, I'll be like, oh, shit, like, let me get the fuck out of here. So we're talking, we, like, swing around, then we talk to the valet people. We're like, what was up with that? And then long story short, he's basically saying, bro, there be just young kids out, like literally like young niggas out here who just like be on some bum shit, just be wanting to start fights, but they're really not gonna do shit. That's just what happened, like shit like
You
that.
lucky you on the clock.
And I was like, that kind of makes sense because I wasn't phased by that. Like, I feel like if it was a real nigga doing it, I'd be like, what the fuck? Like, we gotta get out of here.
I was sitting
niggas
there
would
just
already
watching
had the
it.
strap.
Yeah,
I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, I was just like, is this a YouTube prank or something?
Yeah, that's crazy.
nah, that shit was crazy.
The
But
YNs was out.
I forgot all about that. You said YN.
other than that, the people of Chicago was nice though.
Yeah.
Other than that guy trying to charge us 40 to get in a fucking club, but yeah, we went to different bars and shit like that. I mean, that's pretty much what we was doing, just bar hopping and hitting up random spots. We saw the Bean, went to the pier.
Deep dish pizza.
Yeah, deep dish pizza. Deep dish pizza was straight. I still like a regular traditional pizza more than a deep dish pizza, but it was cool to try that.
I feel like every group of girls we talked to, it was like we chilled with them for like a little bit, and then it was like, oh, we're gonna. One party was like, oh, we're gonna do this, and we'll meet back up, and then it just vanished.
And
It happened like two different
Y'all
times.
thinking no hoes out there, man?
That's what happened. We were just with groups
chilling.
of people, and they were like, oh, we'll come back, and then it just like, oh,
Y'all
we're going to the
on-
bathroom. Oh, and then it's
Y'all
like,
on vacation, man. You're supposed to be knocking them down.
We didn't have a hotel room to knock him down.
Y'all ain't need one.
we literally had a hotel room.
I'm talking about the second night, because remember the first night I fell asleep.
Oh.
You ain't need one, nigga. You go back to their spot or
Go to the alley.
something. Nigga, get it popping in the bathroom. Nigga, you could did anything.
Hop it in the
Jamaree
bath.
would say, y'all should have did this, should have did that. Jamaree, if he was there, he would have never done any of that. So,
I think that's true.
I'm in a relationship.
nah, fuck all that. Now you want to claim relationship.
I'm in a
nigga.
relationship.
Hey,
But if I wasn't though,
yeah.
But if
all
I wasn't,
he
though-
said, man, he said you should go back to her crib and
But
go fuck her in the
but if I
fucking
wasn't in
bathroom.
no relationship, if we speak a hypothetical, I'm not in a relationship, I would have tried to get some shit.
So
happening.
that second night, so me and T not met up, but we met these women on the street, these random ass Hispanic
Mexicans.
Mexican chicks.
They're
Anyway,
Mexican.
Like we were just chilling with them, just having a good time. Like I wasn't really tripping about it, but
They weren't. They were just fun to be around.
yeah,
they were mid as hell.
Yeah, they were just like nothing crazy. Anyway, so we were sitting there talking with them, and then they ended up saying like, "Let's go to this other spot." So we walk up to the spot. I'm like, yo, I gotta take a piss because we have been drinking, so I had to fucking piss so bad. The other girl was like, I gotta pee too. I was like, bet.
And I knew when you said that. Not that I don't give a fuck. I'm like, we're not gonna see them again.
So we go up. Me and T both go to the bathroom. They go to the bathroom. Next thing you know, they're gone.
You never see them again.
Never seen
That's
them
the
again.
classic, yeah.
Message him like, yo, because we had exchanged Instagrams, all of us. And I was like, yo,
Did
are
they
we all
look
still
good?
sliding down? Huh?
Did they look
no,
good?
it just said they're
literally-
mid.
Yeah, they were fucking mid.
Mid.
Yeah. So they came back, but they didn't come back, and we were like, all right, whatever. We just fucking room about a night. So, but T was like, I knew you were going to the bathroom, but I was like, bitch, I had to pee. I was like, I don't know what the fuck I was supposed to do. You know what I'm saying?
No, nothing wrong. I'm just
They be
saying,
like
like
that.
this is the classic. Like, oh, we'll be right back. They ain't coming back.
Yeah, y'all ain't
That's
pull
all
up
I'm
on
saying.
y'all ain't pull up on the snow bunnies. There's a lot of them out there.
There was.
There's a city full of
Why
snow
I
bunnies.
feel like we didn't see enough,
There
like,
was.
fine white girls out there.
I saw a couple.
I don't feel like I saw a ton.
I feel like there's more to explore in that area. I
You're
don't
right.
know.
About to say,
We
it's
only
a-
went to
it's-
like a couple spots. The shit was like,
we were about like Michigan Ave and shit.
It's a city full of
Oh,
white.
so we're-
It's a city full of white people.
yeah, I
Really,
feel like we-
Chicago's full of white people.
That's why I don't want to. It was still fun, but I feel like there's more to see of that shit. Like I feel like I don't know. That's like coming to fucking if you're from like California, coming to Tampa and going to like America Social, and then like one spot at E-board and then being like, oh, like
Yeah,
that's it.
those
Like,
are night and day.
there's a lot of more to do is all I'm trying to say.
Yeah, no, I feel you. Overall, good time. But let us know where we should go next.
You didn't film anything though, but I thought you said you're gonna vlog it.
Bro, I was, but then I ain't gonna cap, bro. I kind of got like, with it being cold, and then just
that
like
too.
all that shit, like,
Got the
and then like
glasses.
just being tired. I was like, bro, like I can't keep pulling my phone out, trying to like take my glove off and having to like, it was just too
You
much.
needed a cameraman.
It was low key. Otherwise, I would have, but I wasn't dedicated enough, so my L. But
Next place we go, PDO vlog.
to where?
I don't know.
Let's go to Arizona. I'm telling you.
Nah, Arizona would be lit.
Any one of them, Sedona,
Boy,
Phoenix,
your ass finna be
Tepe.
hot as a bitch. You going from extreme cold to extreme hot.
I mean, I'm used to fucking warm weather.
Nah,
here.
it ain't. It's different though.
Yeah, it's dry heat.
Hot as a bitch.
Yeah,
The sun
absolutely.
burn.
Tickets start at 200. Already looked.
I mean, we flew Frontier too, by the way, y'all. That was my first time flying Frontier.
Frontier wasn't bad this time.
I actually had a pretty decent experience. I don't know if y'all fly Frontier or Spirit. I've never
Neither.
flown Spirit before, but that was my first time flying Frontier, and I was like, okay, this actually wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be.
I fly Delta
Yeah, I'm flying Delta this week.
because I'll be damned. Where you going?
You know, I mean, I guess I'll be there by the time this comes out. I'm going to see Farnham. So,
Oh, you are?
yeah,
Oh, I didn't know that.
going to see Farnham. It's a little nugget. If you watch this, then you'll know. I'll be going to see him on Tuesday. But anyway, we appreciate y'all tuning in, though. Let's get into some bullshit. Jamaree wants to talk about Tory Lanez' new album, so let's fucking get right into it because I know
mean
he's eager. He's eager.
I'm gonna let y'all talk about it
Okay.
first. I'm gonna let y'all get into
All
it.
right.
I'm curious on what
I
y'all
listened to it.
what y'all thoughts are about it and all just the wide range of shit.
Hold on. T said something about the cover.
Bro, tell
That
me.
nigga was hating. That nigga was hating.
I can get my jokes off and still be. I fuck with bro. Tell me in the cover, bro. Tell Leroy, I'm looking at you, bro. Tell me in the cover. Just look at the cover. Look at the cover. Tell me in the cover. And how tall is he? Like 5'1"? But tell me. Look at the cover. And then imagine if you don't even know this nigga. And then he's accused of shooting a bitch. Tell me that's not like some little man syndrome vibes. Tell me he's not giving you little man
What
syndrome
the
vibes.
fucking...
He's like real nigga.
That's that 50 Cent vibes.
He's 5'1", nigga.
Nah, that's crazy.
He like 5'4".
Wow.
I
Jamaree gonna make sure he gets
shit.
I want to say he's 5. I want to say
That's
he's
little
like
man
5'4",
syndrome.
5'5".
Okay, I got you. Anyway, though, that's just a stupid
That
joke.
nigga
I
was
had.
hating.
It's not hating. It's just a stupid. I could crack jokes, but I went into the album in an unbiased vibe, right? I was just like, let me just listen to this, right? One thought that comes to my mind, first like little thought that comes to my mind while I'm listening to all this, he makes great urban pool party music, like on some shit where like just
Girls around.
sisters out, sisters, and it's like get lit. Now, okay. Besides that, I'm listening to it. This is me. I just can't get with like the super singy R&B stuff. But in his situation, when he's like rapping and he's like talking to shit about what's going on, that's all I wish I had the album list pull. That's where I fuck with it. There was like 3 songs. One was called like Mawa or Wawa interlude or some shit.
Yeah, it was.
And then Free Me's kind of cool, pretty cool. It was like a interlude like with Max B or some shit.
Yeah, I saw this
and then
one.
there was like one more where he was like just talking his shit, and I was like, okay, I think I come to the conclusion that's when I would rather listen to him on some shit like that, and that's kind of all I really have off one listen.
Yeah.
To be honest,
I thought it was
no
cool.
hating. I don't think it's bad. I just can't get with like the R&B. That's some shit I would play in front of like girls and shit.
Yeah,
like,
I
at
mean,
a
if
pool
you're not an
party.
R&B, if he did a lot of singing. Well, yeah, he did a lot of singing.
I don't
actually.
think
He did
anything-
a lot of singing over a prison phone. It's crazy.
I don't think that anything that he drops is bad though.
What you think niggas in the background listening to this nnigga singing was thinking?
Well, he was in his
fucked.
cell. He said when he did that, they had a phone in his cell. But I know there was some shit where he did have people behind him, so they probably were thinking.
Well,
like,
that album was recorded over this week.
Oh, he did that. He did that whole album. This week?
Yeah, in a week and a half.
You
He
know
said,
how much phone time that they fucking use? That's crazy.
He got the money.
I know. I'm just saying, but like,
And-
it's not about the money that they just let you hog the phone like that.
The only thing I
money
can
do
think
it.
of is he's been working on this shit and he's had shit that he's just been recording over a period of time. Because he made it seem like, yo, I'm starting this album. I'm finna drop some shit.
Nah, he didn't record this over this. Nah, because when I was listening to him on Full Send podcast, he was saying that he like when they were like at one point he was pretty much locked up in his cell 24 hours a day. And they had a phone.
that was when
in
he was
there.
in county.
and that he was recording some shit. So it might be like a mix of that shit.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I don't think there's any way he would have the time to record that many songs. If it was like 4 or 5 songs.
I mean, he got the time. He ain't got shit to do. He can't go nowhere.
Nah, it's not about that. It's about the fact that there's only so many phones in there. They're not gonna let you hog the phone all day. And on top of that, they're not outside by the phone all fucking day to be able to talk on the phone. Because like when I talk to Cam, like he can only hit me up around certain times and shit like that.
That nigga got money.
That's what I'm saying. Money just popped.
He got money.
He probably slipped the guard some money and like, oh yeah, get on the phone, bro. Like,
That nigga got bread.
So
He the richest nigga in the.
he
He
said
the
he made
richest nigga in the prison.
$700K and whatever. I feel like Castanat, some shit like that. On Free Me or whatever, some shit. Yeah,
Yeah,
he has the money to do that.
He got the money.
I'm sure he's got the money. I'm not saying that he doesn't. All I'm saying is that would take how many songs are on the album?
20.
That's a lot of music to
Technically
record
speaking,
in
there's
that
more
amount
than
of
20. Technically speaking, there's like 25.
Yeah.
Because there's like 2 songs in one.
Yeah,
On some of them.
there's a lot of music to do that over a jail phone with your engineer to have him like do it all,
Always
make sure his
working.
album ready. That's a fucking tough thing to do. But anyway, I didn't think it was. I thought it was a good Tory Lanez album. I don't listen to Tory Lanez like that. This is the thing that I need you to realize, Jamaree. The way you talk about to you. The way you talk about Tory Lanez is what makes T and I not really want to like run and listen to the nigga because you dick ride him so much that we be like, all right, bro.
Dick ride. He said,
You know what I'm saying?
who does he
Bro,
dick
you
ride?
have a free Tory shirt on right now.
Wait, so you admit that he
be dick riding Troy.
Oh, I thought it was the
but
only
I
one.
be dick riding Tory.
I thought it was the only one who
Pause, that
thought
sounds
that.
crazy.
Nigga, they
That
got the
sounds
same
crazy.
letters in it, so
First
nigga,
of all,
you
that's
can't look at
crazy.
me.
I
Shout
thought I
out
was
to
the only
Troy
one.
because
Nah.
reason why I be paused.
I have a whole segment about that,
The
too.
reason
Nigga
why
be
me
dick
and
riding
Troy
Troy.
niggas say that I dick
But
ride
I'm not
Troy
hating.
is because me and Troy have fucking valuable, great conversations that without y'all pause. And so whenever I see him, it's all love because we done had some deep
But
conversations.
I never heard Troy hype you up in the way that you hype me up.
Yeah, the thing is that
never heard him.
you ain't had the conversations that Troy and I've had. Bro.
That's great, but I
see,
never heard
I'm
him in
not, I'm
public.
not hating though. I'm just saying.
I'm
that.
because with
either.
y'all niggas, because if I get on the phone with T and I'll be like, yo, bro, like this, that, whatever, she would be like, but me and Troy be having some
Bitch
real
win.
deep ass conversations.
Me too.
So, nigga, fuck you. You don't have no deep ass conversations.
Yes,
with
we
me, nigga.
do.
So, your shit be like, yeah, nigga.
So you said you don't think we've ever had a deep conversation?
Nigga,
you think I just laughed?
Nigga, I'm not saying that you don't have
That's
deep
crazy.
conversations.
But
All I'm
back-
saying is like, it, to a certain point, I'm saying that
Nah, because let me.
me and
let me-
Troy be having some crazy combos. I will
Okay,
say
that's great having deep conversations. You're supposed to hype your boy up, but I swear to God, like the last 20 minutes of that FaceTime, bro, you were on some lie. You were like, bro, you were like a really beautiful man. Like you're an attractive
That
man.
nigga
Like
was
what girl
on-
wouldn't want you?
That
Like,
nigga on some,
bro, I'm like, I
pull
was
your
like,
dick out, let me suck it type
God
shit.
damn.
And that sounds crazy.
Like,
To give y'all context of that conversation, first of all,
this Instagram post.
I literally said, me and Troy were having a conversation about how women fetishize over him online. I said, yeah, obviously you're an attractive dude, bro. I said, so women are gonna fetishize over you. I said, but at the end of the day, they really don't want to live the lifestyle that you live. Like that whole Whole Foods fucking healthy eating shit all the time. They just look at you online and think, oh my God, he's so hot. So like, I think I want to fuck him, but like you don't really want to be with this nigga long term. Like not every girl's like committed to that. I was having that conversation with him. But T just heard me say, yo, Troy, you're an attractive dude. So because he said that, you're dick riding.
You're dick
I was
riding.
like, all right,
You-
bro.
you-
T, you're
you
an attractive guy too. I've told you that before.
You do
I
be
guess I'm
dick riding.
riding.
You do be dick
You know what
riding.
I'm
the
saying?
nigga,
Ooh, bro.
So, but I
And
like
the
to hype
thing is,
up
the thing
all
is-
my niggas.
But I
though.
don't be dick riding Tory.
You do.
I don't know.
Tomorrow, you have a free Tory shirt on right
Oh,
now.
wait. That's no different than a nigga wearing RIP.
No.
It's the
You have
same
a free Tory
difference.
shirt on, Jamaree. And on top of that, you have Tory stickers on your car.
Oh, wait,
You have
I can't
Jamaree,
show support?
You have
Nigga,
Tory, you have Tory
since
Lanez
when
as
is
your
support-
profile.
Since when is supporting a nigga dick riding?
I'm like Mason the back.
Supporting a nigga is not dick riding. Remember that. I'm supporting a nigga. He should be out of jail.
Anyway,
and that's a
man.
fact. So it's not dick riding. Dick riding would be on some like real extreme shit, nigga. I'm not that. I'm not writing this nigga letters like, oh, yo, I can't wait till you get out. Oh, hey,
Jamaree, you sent me a petition.
nigga,
for this
That's
nigga.
because the shit was online. Nigga it popped up in front of me. So I sent you it. That's supporting a nigga.
Am I tripping?
Yes, you're
Is
tripping.
he dick riding?
No.
Okay.
We
you
all
can say
dick
I'm
ride
dick
somebody.
riding Troy. Is he dick riding Tory?
You
Damn,
do,
low
bro.
key, like all you doing is switching around the
Yeah.
R and the O.
That's what I said. You just switch out the letters.
Wait, what?
But
Troy and Tory, TROY,
Oh, wow.
TORY.
But you can still like for you, nigga, you can listen to the music for what it is. I'm not telling you to listen to it. I'm not telling you to like it.
I'm not saying you're saying
That's
telling
what
me
I'm
to like
saying.
it. All I'm saying is that the way you be hyping him up sometimes, it be making me be like, all right, bro, I got it. I hear you. Like,
This nigga-
just trust me. I give
I know
Tory his flowers.
This
I
nigga
think-
talking about what I said yesterday.
I
That's
think
funny.
Tory is fire. What'd you say yesterday?
I said yesterday, yo, after this album, this nigga got to be top 3 artists of all time.
Oh, yes, you said.
And
I
this
forgot
nigga
about
was
that.
hating.
I wasn't
He
even
was hating on it.
I wasn't even considered that when you said that.
Whoa.
But that is crazy.
It's not crazy though.
Whoa.
Name another nigga that just did what he did.
Drake, Weekend.
No, from jail.
Oh, from jail. Oh.
Nobody.
You're saying
That makes
because,
you great?
because
Greatest?
because he's there from jail?
Bro, the nigga is. There's so many factors.
I
in
think
as
that's
of-
very dope, and that is unique as fuck. I
No
think
one.
that's
It's not
fire.
unique. No one's ever
Like
done
that's
it.
crazy.
No one's ever done
But
it.
top 3 of all time because you recorded music.
It's not
through
even
jail?
Hoy, but it's not even just that. It's everything that he did before that, and then you do some shit like
Shot
this.
Megan?
Whoa.
It's everything you done before that, like all the chicks tapes, nigga. The Playboy album, make a fucking pop album, nigga. You sell 1 million, you have 1 billion streams on an album, and you're independent. You're the only nigga to get 1 billion streams as an independent artist on an album.
Didn't he do like some NFT shit where
He sold 1 million copies of an NFT in 57 seconds. So it's
I saw
like
that.
things that the
That
nigga
was
has
kinda cool.
done, niggas have not done. Drake has done shit that niggas have not done. That's why he is one of the greatest artists of all time. Actually, he is the greatest artist of all time. But
You think he's the greatest artist of all time?
he is.
All right, you're dick riding.
Whoa.
Wait, I'm dick riding Drake because he's the greatest artist of all time?
I thought you said Tory.
No, nigga.
Oh, I said that's
See?
dick riding. That's crazy. even say, but okay, you didn't say that. So even say Tory top 3 of all time is fucking dick riding.
How?
That's crazy, bro.
That's his
How?
opinion though.
Yeah, if I say how. How was
crazy.
a dick riding?
Top 3 all
Nigga,
time.
if I'm dick riding, make an argument for who wouldn't be above that nigga in the top 3.
Artists,
Yes. All time.
Michael Jackson, fucking bitch. I'll even put R. Kelly,
No.
motherfucker.
No.
Like
No.
we could. The list goes on.
Them two ain't even I
Top
don't-
3 artists.
Are
you wondering-
opinion
or you want-
wise or opinion or like
R.
like
Kelly
accolades?
R. Kelly isn't even close. Michael Jackson would be the only one that you could put up in there. The other one would have been Tupac, but
I'm not even talking about them. You said artists.
I'm naming
across all
artists.
genres.
Tupac is an artist.
I'm
He's not
talking
a
about-
rap. He's not just a rapper. He's an artist. He does a lot. He did a lot.
Tory Lanez top 3 artists of all time.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, all right. What'd you think about the album?
What I think about that, I thought the album was fire.
Surprise! Surprise!
I thought the album was fire.
Damn, for real.
Like, no bullshit. Like when the thing is when I listened to it the first time, I was like, all right, this is cool. And I was like, the beats is fire. And I was listening for like the sound because he's recording over a jail phone. I'm like, oh, this shit kind of tough. And I was looking for like that Wish I Never Met You, like that sound where it sounded like it was in a studio. I was listening for that. And there was a few songs that actually sounded like that. And it sounded very clear. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh, this is fire. And then I was like listening to some of the words, but I'm just like, all right, first listen. I was like, all right, this is cool. And I was like, all right, now I'm finna go through and I'm finna jump around different songs. And I did that and I found a few of the songs. I was like, yo, these are hard. And there's like, shit, every song to me is kind of dope in its own way. But there's about like, it's 20 songs. I say about 10 of them bitches go crazy. For sure. They go crazy. The other 10 are just on some, like, they got like he gave an example, like pool party vibes. But they're like, they just got
great brunch, urban brunch music.
they just got cool vibes to them where you just sit back and listen. But then also,
Shade room, like brunch.
the shit isn't digestible for everybody because he's talking about his life in prison. Unless
Yo,
you've been to jail, you
another-
can't really relate to that.
Another thought I had, like with all the shit he was talking about him in jail, like, and then like the crime, like if he somehow actually did do that, like he'll be a fucking psychopath, like straight up. Like from all the shit he's just talking about, like how he free man, like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, no?
I mean, yeah, but
just listening to it, that's what I thought. Like if this nigga somehow actually did, there's like footage comes out or something. He's a psychopath.
What did he talk about? In that?
Just like how fucked up he is in the system, how he didn't do it. Then there's like dads and preaching on Winter Interlude, how they need to free my
Oh, that
son,
shit,
blah blah
that
blah.
shit.
If you listen to it in a sequence, that's just a thought that randomly came up. I'm like, what did this nigga? Because it's still nobody knows, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, if this nigga actually did it, he'll be awesome.
Psychopath shit. Like you preaching all this shit that you did not do it, and then you
Yeah,
actually did it.
delusional, like a psychopath. So.
Yeah.
I hope to God he's innocent, but Jesus
That's what I'm
Christ.
wondering. Like when he actually does get out, like what those interviews and shit are gonna be like, as far as him speaking out about it. Like if he's still gonna be on some "I didn't do it" type shit.
Yeah.
I mean, what he says is,
Well, I guess at that point, why would he not keep saying that?
what he says the evidence is, he said there's proof that his DNA isn't even on the gun, the magazine, none of that.
Yeah, I seen
it.
that.
Just
So who shot her?
nigga, you know who shot her?
Kelsey
Homegirl
or
did. He just not gonna say she did it, but he's gonna say I didn't do it, and I'm gonna prove that I didn't do it. Now y'all figure out who the fuck did it, but it wasn't me. That's kind of what, because if he says she did it, he's snitching. So this, and he kind of alluded that she did it, because he said, I don't. It was like this voice. I don't know if it was. It's kind of sounded like Donald Trump. It kind of sounded like him.
Some niggas preaching or some shit.
No. He was just talking, and he was just like, how he wasn't supporting black women that night, but then that same night he saved 2 black women's life that night, one for going in jail and then one from dying.
Why'd he say he wasn't supporting black women that night?
Well, black women painted out like, oh, he's a villain. He tried to shoot a black woman, but in reality, he saved one. He saved one's life. He saved one from going to jail, and then that's alluding to.
So bro doing a 10 ball just because he didn't want to snitch. Is that what you're saying essentially?
Pretty much, yeah. He's in there because he doesn't want to say she shot her.
You doing 10 for old girl? Kelsey, right?
Kelsey.
You
He's
doing 10 for Kelsey?
But he's trying to.
Like, what?
For other girl.
But he's trying to
her
prove. But he's trying to prove that he didn't do it without saying who
friend.
did it.
She did it.
And the proof is there. The point that he didn't do it. But like all in all, bro, the album, I'd give it a solid 9 out of 10. But it's not. He said it was his best album ever. It's not. It's a fire ass album. There's probably 2 songs I probably would not listen to on there. But outside of that, I could just let that shit play.
From anything I've heard from Tory, I've never heard like a bad song from him personally. I'm not saying he doesn't have bad songs, but every single thing I've heard from him has been like, okay, either this is not for me, but it's still good, or it's a good song.
But then there's
Pool
lyrics.
party
I'm trying to
music.
find these. What the fuck are these damn
Or it's
lyrics?
like if you put it on in the background, like I won't complain about it. But like there are some songs where it's like, oh, this is hard. So
Why can I not
Brunch
find this
music.
shit? He got, bro, because he was taking jabs at Rock Nation. He was taking jabs at Meg.
is-
He took jabs at Jay-Z. He took a direct shot at Jay-Z without saying his damn name.
You better be careful with that.
Shit, Jay-Z the one that put him in there.
All the power.
Damn, fucking act, bro. Where the shit at? So this is one thing. Oh, that's the Casanat shit that you were saying. Keep going.
Is Joe Rogan married?
I think he does have a wife.
I was randomly thinking about that like an hour ago. He never talks about
But
it.
in one of the he disses no. Where the fuck, bro? These niggas, bro, weird ass tweets and shit.
That's his girl? His wife? Yeah,
Jessica something, her name is. Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
But yeah,
nice,
more
nice.
I think you're right. He doesn't never talk about.
That's probably
At least
good.
not that I know of. I guess
I
I
probably
don't,
wanted to be that way.
I don't watch Joe Rogan enough to hear him talk about his wife though.
Joe Rogan's married,
He is.
bro. Why can I? What,
His
like,
wife is much taller than him. Good for him. All right. Well, I don't know if you want to look for that all day, Jamaree. Jamaree also said, if we're going to segue to the next topic here, that Lil Durk pushed his album back because of Tory Lanez's album.
it's what it would seem. I mean, the nigga shit was supposed to come out 2 weeks ago. It was set to the 7th, all the way up until the day before. Well, 2 days before when Tory announced he was going to drop an album. And the next thing you know, it was seemingly, it was pushed back 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, it's not like he's working on music. He's in jail. So you're not pushing it back because you're trying to come up with more music. So why else would you push it back?
Makes sense.
I mean, it's the only logical thing that would
So
make
what-
sense.
so
Like,
you feel like that's like a win for Tory?
I wouldn't say it's a win for
It's
Tory.
like,
I think
big
I
album.
think it's one of those things for Durk. It's just like, yo, we don't want to drop an album, and people aren't talking about us. They're gonna be talking about Tory for the next week or two.
Makes sense.
So, all right, well, we know that's gonna be a thing. So we're just gonna hold off. We have it ready, and we'll build up the hype and then drop it. Then that's the only thing that makes sense.
Yeah. Sometimes it's not on some shit where it's like, I'm not trying to battle it out with this nigga, but it's more so it's like it's just a smart business move to wait. May have not even been Durk's decision. I mean, how much decision does he have fucking behind bars right now?
I mean, I wonder who's in charge of it.
My question is,
Him or his label.
if he ends up getting life in prison, like how is that going to pan out with the whole label situation and like they just going to just drop shit from prison?
Tory gonna have to get a nigga the sauce.
Pause. That sounds crazy.
He gonna have to give him the sauce so he can record in jail over the jail phone.
How much did Tory sell first week? Or has it even been out for a week?
Well, yeah, it hasn't been out for a week, so we have to
been
wait.
out for 2
We have to
days.
talk about that next week. That'd be interesting to see.
But essentially, I can't remember the line, but he pretty much took a jab at Jay-Z talking about like, yo, y'all were quick to judge me, and then you're up for like the whole allegations with the girl and all that. He took shots at that, like
that
yo,
rape case?
Yeah,
That's not true. I heard that. The case
no,
got
it's not.
thrown
It's not
out.
true. But they were quick to judge Tory, but they
Oh.
weren't quick to judge him. But yet you're the one that put me in here. Essentially, like it's like like making it full circle. Like he referenced that. He there was one line. He was like, he said, "Twerk it all on IG Live, but can't take dick." I was like, oh. Nigga, you knew who he was talking. When I first heard it, I was like, oh, nigga, he talking about Meg. Then he said,
That's not that crazy.
no. But when it's just like him
But you're
saying
in
it was
jail.
crazy. I was like, okay. And then he was like, all that money spent or something like that for an album to sell 8K. Well, Megan Thee Stallion's deluxe album only sold 8K.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to find more lines. Like there was a lot of jabs at a lot of people.
I was just thinking about this comment on TikTok with the clip of us reviewing the P&D album, and somebody on TikTok told me, because the only thing whoever fucking edited that clip, fuck you, because the only thing I said was like, I don't know, I didn't watch it. And some nigga said, bro, how the fuck do you come on a podcast and have nothing to say about an album? It's time to put the fries in the bag. I've been thinking about that shit every 2 days. That shit was hilarious.
Hey, that's what
bro.
Jamaree was saying to you earlier. Nigga said, how you expect to come on this for shit and we talk about this and you ain't got no opinion?
I listened to it. I gave a full opinion this time.
The niggas read you. That's fucking hilarious.
I
though.
said that. I said, nigga, what are we filming for? If we not even gonna talk about the main thing.
But you only
just
had that
happened.
energy with a Tory album. Shut the fuck up.
No, nigga, but
Little Baby album's dropping.
that trash ass nigga.
See, you only have that for Little
that nigga
Tory.
trash.
Little Tory.
I hope you don't listen to that
Little
bullshit.
Bitch, okay, so why
But
you
when it
only
came
have,
home, but when it came to
but your
Drake and
blood
P,
started boiling when
but
the
when it
Tory
came
album.
to Drake and P&D, nigga, I
You're
didn't
kind
say
of like, okay, guys, what's
Well,
up?
no, I
Like, Tory,
didn't-
why would you not want to review it and dissect them?
But it's a build up
the
though.
obviously
because last
bro,
week,
are you kidding me? Huh? Like,
when that shit
okay, bro.
when that shit came out, no one really listened to it, and there was really nothing to talk about.
Listen to what?
So then the Party Next Door album. No,
I thought a lot of people were talking about that.
no, I'm talking about us.
Oh.
We didn't really talk about it that much because nobody really listened to it other than me. You listened to it one time.
What's so funny is I
You
still
listened to
haven't
a
went
piece
back
of it.
to listen to that
I
album.
played
either.
Nokia.
So therefore,
Other
nigga,
than that.
going off of that to now you didn't listen to something that we gonna talk about. It's just like, nigga, what do you? It's called
Okay.
homework, nigga.
Well, I did my due diligence. I listened to it.
Baby
and that was my honest
girl.
opinion.
This
I gave
nigga-
like 4 strong
Nigga
points
got
to
a
the
C
album.
on the homework. Nigga got a C on the homework, nigga.
I listened to it this time.
Nigga out here giving grades. No, you did listen to it. And
I
you
gave 4 strong
Nah,
points.
T
I
came
said
back
it's
with valuable points. I will say that.
It's shade room, pool party, brunch music.
Okay.
The singing is you played in front of bitches. I said that I like when he raps and goes off. And I said if he's rapping all that shit and then he actually shot the bitch and he's a psychopath. That's 4 valid points for listening to the album, right?
No, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. You.
Shut up, Jamaree.
But all right, so damn, I don't
Reviewing
know.
Lil Baby's album next.
It's trash ass nigga.
All right, let's move on to the next subject, man.
Yeah, I can't
'Cause,
find the
yeah,
lyrics.
we-
The
we-
fact that I can't
we
find
ain't
them.
got
is
to
annoying.
Tory Lanez episode.
That's like all these fucking lyrics.
Oh, it was just a few.
It's all good. You want to talk about this whole Doechii situation?
In the album.
What?
In the album, I forgot what song it was. He was talking about like his relationship with Top, and I'm assuming that's why he's good in prison. Cause
Pause. Relationship
Top
with
dog.
Top because he's
Top
good
dog.
in prison. My bad.
That is like kind of crazy.
His relationship with Top because he's in
I didn't
prison.
even peep that.
No. So Top Dog, he was talking about his relationship with Top Dog, and I'm assuming that's
No, I had to scream that shit.
that's why he's good in prison right now. But I don't know. That's a speculation. But he was like making references to relationship with Top. But then he went and talked about Doechii, and he was like how like he wanted to smash Doechii when he got out in X, Y, and Z, and like that's what he was talking about in the album. He was talking about how he
Tory Lanez?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
He was talking about how he wanted to smash Doechii and
It's
shit.
kind of nice though.
Yeah, but nigga, she don't like her red flag is she don't like straight men.
Yeah.
Her red flag is straight men. You ain't hear that, T?
Yeah. So Doechii, bro.
I just
She likes trans men or something?
What's my biggest dating red flag? Is it being on the DL?
You're on the right track. I have my answer.
Is it close enough?
You want to guess one more time? What would be a red flag for me?
Bad music taste?
Ooh, that is a good one.
Because that's one for me.
That is a good one.
Hot one.
That's
What
not
do you
what I
mean
put.
you don't listen to Michael Jackson?
But okay. Okay. This is a huge red flag for me.
All right. You know what's so crazy? I was going to say men.
So she's lesbian?
We don't know.
Strike one. You're a man.
Yeah.
And you're heterosexual.
Yeah.
she just
I was
doing
gonna
that
say,
to
so
get the trip
technically,
off.
because my mind was already there, I don't think I deserve.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that's supposed to mean, but nigga, that's weird energy. Like, what,
She likes trans men.
bro? And it, it's black women too, bro. Like, it's always it seems as
God.
if it's always them.
I don't believe that because I see shit on TikTok all the time of like even just white women
I'm not saying they don't.
straight up being like, men are this, men are that. Like it's like a big men hate wave right now.
But I feel like it's more black women than it is them.
I don't believe that.
I do. It's
anything, honestly, I feel like-
embedded in the culture with the music that we have. All of these things, bro. It's not pushed heavily like that over in those communities. In those communities, it's all about family and da 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 da. It's not. We don't like men.
I don't get that.
Yeah, bro.
Why?
Black
What?
women don't
The-
like men.
it's
Don't like men?
it's really, bro. It's
Maybe
the
black men.
No. It's the black community as a whole, but black women are that they don't all think like, oh, we don't like straight men, nigga. That's weird. But just like the men hate.
I think that's women in general in the United States in today's world.
It is, but it's a lot more people of what melanin in their skin than it is the white people.
Where are you peeping that?
They could just
Shade room.
eye test. Shade room. That's there you go.
Only thing that comes close to that, in my opinion, is black women hating, or not hating, just disliking black men for liking white women.
That's what I think too. But other than that, whenever I see like,
based on what you're saying.
whenever black women see a black dude who's like fucking with black women, like they typically are like, yes, like we love him, whatever it is. It's just certain scenarios. I think as a whole, there is a train of women in today's society where it's like they act like men are red flags, where it's like that whole, would you rather be in the woods with a bear or a man? And they're like, I'll take the bear. I don't know if you ever heard that before.
I have.
But it's like shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I think she was trying to like play into that. So I didn't,
Yeah,
when
but
I
you
heard
could've
it,
just
I
said-
didn't really give a fuck about it so much because I'm like, I'm used to it.
You could have just said
But-
men though. Why you had to say a straight man?
Because that's I mean,
weird.
why would she say gay men? Why would she
You
say
didn't. You just had to say men. Why you had to specify?
straight men? Yeah, because like that's who she dates. I'm assuming straight men. She's probably saying like red flag, like straight men. Like she's probably had bad experiences with men she's dated. That's how I took it. I took it like she's talking shit about straight men. I'm not saying that's right. All I'm saying
weird.
is I think that's how I took it.
That's weird. Weird energy.
What do you think, Tim?
I kind of don't give a fuck. Hey, Chase, somebody at the door. Sir, come here.
Oh shit.
You hear the things about her being an industry plant though?
Oh yeah.
Every time somebody blows up, we call them an industry plant.
But yeah, she had that one song, and I was like, oh, even before all this, like a couple of years ago, I was like, oh, that's her. Y'all know what song I'm talking about?
I don't,
It was like some radio song. I can't even explain how it
because I haven't been following Doechii till as of recently. So, but
it was like a catchy R&B, like around that
She lost.
Tinashe.
She lost me when she said that goofy shit. I won't listen to another song.
Is that serious?
Yeah, bro, that's weird. Like, I don't fuck with girls like that, bro.
What if she's just lesbian and she just said that to like get in the headlines?
Still weird. That's some shit you keep to yourself. That shit you don't make public. Because now, bro, it's the internet. You're famous. Little girls are watching. They follow in your lead that they look up to you. So you're not helping. That's the issue.
the only reason
wanna
why
support
only reason why I'm gonna say that's interesting coming from you, Jamaree, is you come on here saying the wildest shit.
Well, I don't give a fuck. And
Maybe
ain't
she
nobody,
don't either.
and ain't nobody watching me.
Maybe she don't
Ain't
either.
nobody really watching me like
You don't
that.
know that.
You don't know who's watching.
Nigga,
And
that,
that
wait,
can blow up
if
any
niggas
moment.
look up to me, I'm not steering their ass wrong.
How can she say she's? How can you say she's saying the same thing?
Nigga, that's what
How
I
would
hate.
you
I my biggest red flag is men. That means you hate men. How is that? How is that right?
Exactly. I'm saying she could say the same thing about whatever fucking hot take
Oh,
she
wait,
has.
she can say it,
Just like you
but
can.
but nothing I do would deter someone to be living their life wrong. Because I actually don't get on here and give advice to nobody. I just give my opinions on certain things.
Just like that was.
But
her
that's
opinion.
not an opinion. That is an opinion, but it's one of those things where we're talking about relationships. I don't like men. I don't like straight men.
That was her opinion. Straight men. They said, "What's your red flag?" Straight men.
Yeah, but even if that was meant to be a joke, that's something that you don't get on the air and joke about because it's not a joking matter. That's not something you joke about.
Why is that not a joking matter?
Because in the society,
We make gay jokes.
Yeah, I don't make. Who make gay jokes?
We say shit all the time.
No fucking gay joke.
Jamaree, I'm gonna be real. You was the last nigga to tell somebody that they should not be making a joke about something. You say the craziest, most wildest shit about anything.
What'd I say?
You are known to not have a filter about anything over the years of our whole life.
I also-
You said all women are useless.
I did.
In front of my ex-girlfriend. I remember that.
I remember
I
he
did?
did say that. We were at the cigar bar. You said
I don't
that
even
because she
remember
did
saying
not
that. I
forget
ain't gonna
about
lie to
that. She never forgot
Yeah.
about that.
I don't even remember saying that.
But you said it.
No, it was at your apartment. I remember the whole scenario.
It was at my apartment.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we were filming.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, you're right.
There's more context in that. If I said that, then
No, y'all were talking about something. I forgot what the
because I don't remember.
And then you
I
said,
couldn't just
you
said,
said, oh,
that.
well, I don't give a fuck because all women are useless. And then I think she like a minute later, she said, who does your hair? And you were like, a girl.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
it was like dead quiet.
Yeah.
So that,
Yeah,
that
we
just
was.
proved
Yeah,
that
but the
point.
topic of which we was talking about, it had to. There's more to that because to
Just
just
like-
say I said that, I wouldn't have just said that if we was just talking about some random ass shit. We had to
still
been
said it, though.
Regardless, though, you said it.
But I'm saying there's
What
more.
other context could possibly be in that situation?
I
Where
mean, there's
that would make
context
it
where we
better?
could be talking about
Sports.
We
like
could
what?
be
Like-
we could be talking about building the world, nigga. Women are kind of useless.
That's not the
building
conversation we were having,
But I'm
though.
saying that's more. I don't know what conversation we were having
were not-
because it was so long ago, nigga. I don't remember. But I'm saying that's why I said there's more to it because that doesn't sound like something I would just say. That's wild.
I remember you saying
Nah,
it.
I didn't just say that. No, hell no. But back to the Doechii shit. Yeah, nah.
Okay. All right
Fuck
then.
that.
Anyway, Doechii says men are red flags. So do with that what you will.
Wait, and I
Yes,
can say women like her are black women like her are red flags.
You could say that. Yeah.
Yes.
I will say that black women like her. That's my biggest red flag.
There you go.
Yes.
Where's the clipboard? I'm just gonna go like this. My biggest red flag is gonna say black women like Doechii.
Damn. About to get crucified.
I don't give a fuck. Crucify me. Fuck it. Fuck.
Anyway.
Weird ass bitches.
We got more bullshit we can talk about, y'all. Did y'all see LeBron James and Stephen A. Smith get into it? You saw that clip?
Of course I did.
LeBron James.
I know. Yeah,
NBA fan.
I,
now,
I
bro.
know. T definitely saw it.
That man put in his parlay and he was like,
So LeBron. Recently, LeBron James pressed Stephen A. Smith at a Lakers game because Stephen A. Smith, as of recently, has been critiquing Bronny James's game. So he pressed him, basically saying to the tune of "Stop talking about my fucking son."
First thing I'll say about this, I haven't seen the clips of Stephen A. talking about Bronny, so I'm like, is he like, how bad is he like just critiquing, saying he sucks at basketball, or is he like talking? Is it getting like personal? Because if he was, go ahead.
So pretty much.
Because then I can
Because
go from
I
there.
remember seeing the clips and I remember watching it when he was talking about it. But pretty much he was, you know how like Bronny signed to the G League and then he'll come up and he'll play in a Lakers game. And he'll like one of the games he started in the first quarter and it was just like, well, he's not that he's getting an opportunity, but he's not really supposed to be there. Like he's not that good to be in those starting positions. But Stephen A is pointing that out like, yo, and he's talking to LeBron like, yo, why are you allowing that to be a thing? Like, you know the game better than everybody, and you're allowing them to put your son in a position to where if he fails, he's going to get crucified. So, therefore, why are you allowing that? But he never said anything negative
crazy?
about Bronny, like, oh, you suck, oh, you this. No, it's just more so, yo, LeBron, what are you doing? You're not protecting him from the media because the media is going to crucify him.
Absolutely.
And you know what that does to kids or younger adults? It can affect them negatively. It can boost their confidence, but we don't know. So, but if you're Bron, why are you allowing that to be a thing?
Yeah.
And he's not doing good in these games.
As of however many games I think
He's
Stephen
not
A. Smith talked about it yesterday. He's however many games that Bronny has played in the league. I think it was like less than 20. He's averaged like 0 point something points, 0 point something rebounds, 0 point something assists. So it's like he's not doing anything in there like productive yet. No. To where it's like you're thinking like, bro, you should probably just go back to the G League and learn some more. Let's hope that you get better, and then we can have another conversation at some point. But right now, he's
as of right now, he's averaging. Let's go to stats. He's played 18 games.
Okay, it's 18 games.
Well, now he's played 18 games. He's averaging 1.4 points, 0.4 rebounds, 0.4 assists. His field goal percentage is ass. This nigga's shooting 25.8% from the field. Nigga, that's horrible.
I wish he was on the slips. But okay, so
Under God.
with the thing, I kind of get both points. Like,
but
more so, I get no. Okay, so with LeBron like coming up to him and like saying that, I get both sides. Meaning from a father standpoint, I guess, like
exactly.
You know, just like, hey, just that's my son, man. Like father to father, I get that aspect, but mainly kind of when you're in the NBA and there's commentators and people critiquing and he didn't say anything disrespectful apparently, then I feel like he has the right to, and he's allowed to have an opinion on an athlete like that. And then when I see him like apologizing, I'm like, damn, Steven, like all the entertaining, like you're entertaining as fuck, and I don't feel like he should have to apologize for some shit like that. Like he just spoke his piece, but I feel like maybe there's people in the back like telling him to apologize.
He's supposed to tell that nigga to eat a dick.
Yeah, like bro, your son go to the fucking G League, blah blah blah. Like
I would have told that nigga
know.
LeBron James in that moment. Like Ack said, I seen this clip. I was watching Ack. This nigga said, I would tell that nigga LeBron, eat a dick, nigga, go back on the bench.
See,
I was like, because you're not gonna do nothing to me. You at the game, nigga. You press me, but you're not gonna touch me. We at the game in front of all these people. You're not gonna touch me. Yeah. You're gonna talk, but there's nothing. You're not gonna do anything to me.
That's true too.
So therefore, nigga, eat a dick. Go
so
back
Steven kind of bitched out on that one, low-key.
Yeah, he did. He did pull the bitch
based on
card.
what you just said.
I would tell that nigga
in front of like millions of people.
Yeah, but you're not gonna do
kind of
nothing.
getting pressed like, oh god, like.
Oh, well, from the clip, it didn't seem like Stephen A. was like, I think Stephen A. sat there. He said he let him speak what he said, and he said, all right, bet, and he sat back down, because some niggas don't always want to like sit there and talk shit.
Bron walked away.
Bron walked away, and then after that, the next day, Stephen A. went on there and spoke his piece, but he said at that moment there was not much. It was just a confrontation. So,
but see, he was supposed to tell a nigga
he kind of got bitched out.
Because Stephen A. even said, "Yo, like this nigga Bron got my number. He could have called me. You did that shit in front of all these people, nigga. I should snap." In reality, nigga, you should have went on air and told that nigga, "Hey, Bron, nigga, eat a dick." And your son trash. Since you want to talk about keep your name, nigga, fuck that. Oh, that nigga lucky.
He could.
I don't know. Steven kind of took an L at that one.
He did. That's
at the end of the day, and everyone's gonna have their opinion on Stephen A. Smith in terms of.
Stephen A. Smith.
They're like, why are you going to talk about this? Like, Stephen A. Smith shouldn't be talking about that. I'm like, Stephen A. Smith is a fucking sports broadcaster.
He's an analyst.
Who's fucking, he's like a $100 million deal or some shit.
That's his job. His job is to do that.
Talk about that, bro. Like, that's what he does. I'm like, so we can't sit here and say, like, why all these people who don't even play basketball sit there and talk about that or all these sports? Bitch, why do we tune in?
Right. We've been, and not to mention, he's been doing this shit for multiple decades, nigga. This thing, like, that's his. He's been doing
that's
this.
His job. It's entertainment. I'm like, so just like we sit here and talk about shit, it's entertainment. That's all it is.
Like he knows the game just as good as a lot of them people that are playing in the game because he's been studying it for so long.
So it's like just like we as fans have an opinion, someone else like him can have an opinion. His just happens to be broadcasted. But I get LeBron's side of the whole thing because he's coming to him as a father, like he's trying to protect his son. But
call me then.
It's a tough one.
Why you had to do it in front of millions of people?
Yeah,
call me.
That would have been the better thing.
You want to be a father and a man? Call me. You got my number.
Sometimes niggas just get
Rich Paul got his number.
Yeah.
The other dude that be with him got his number. Like, that's lame. LeBron lame for that. LeBron is lame for that. That's a lame ass move. I'm glad Drake don't fuck with him no more. Lame ass nigga. And then he played for the Ops, the Lakers. Fuck them.
This week, Mike Epps announced that they are coming out with the last installment of Friday. It's going to be announced
Friday.
It's going to be last Friday. What y'all thinking? We watching?
I'm definitely
we
watching.
Fucking with it? He said there's going to be, like, DC Young Fly is going to be in it.
Drewski needs to be in it.
He said, I think he mentioned Drewski. Probably Desi Banks and shit, too. They're gonna try to get Chris Tucker back in there too.
See, I get people's argument. Oh, why y'all coming out with another one if it's not the original cast? Oh, it's not gonna be good. Sequels aren't usually good. But if you look at that series, every movie got better.
Yeah,
Literally the funniest one was the last one.
Yeah, I agree. It's like I don't think they never had a flop in that series.
No, that series got better.
Yeah. So
and better.
That's why I'm like, people complaining about. I'm like, I wish it would have happened sooner.
Yeah.
But at the time that we're at right now, especially with all the new comedy people are out, those movie series always progress too with the time in terms of like adding new faces into it that are like comedians, with you know what I'm saying, with putting fucking Cat Williams in there and Terry Crews, whatever, like all that shit, bro. Like I thought that shit's gonna work, so I'm hyped for it personally because they've been talking about this. I remember they had a flyer that said it was gonna be coming out in December of 2012, back when we were fucking high school.
Ice Cube's good at writing movies. That's one thing I can't say. He's good at writing. He's good at even if it's not always him, whoever he has writing for him is great at it.
Yeah, he's I gotta give.
And I believe he'll come out with good what's that shit called? He'll pick the right comedians for the job. Like he did on Friday After Next. They pick the right people.
Good casting.
Yeah. It's always like that though.
I agree. That you gonna keep turning it off?
No, you good. Well, that middle one might keep cutting off, but I bet.
All right, last question I want to ask y'all. I've been watching Love Is Blind this week, and this season fucking sucked. I'm not gonna lie, but anyway, I want to ask y'all. This is like a kind of like a controversial type of question, but not really controversial, but kind of crazy. There's a lot of couples talking about being conservative or being like liberal, and like just a lot of conversations like that and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Would you ever date someone or marry somebody who votes the opposite of the party that you are affiliated with?
Depends how strongly she believes in
if
some
she's
of the
strong as fuck.
Sorry, I have some more questions to that because
she's passionate about.
Like she loves politics.
Not that she loves politics per se, but the views that she has, she's very strong on them, whether that be liberal or conservative.
Oh, it wouldn't work. Well, I guess let me not say it wouldn't work. Is she? But we have to have different views. Can't have the same views.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your views are whatever views you got. She has the opposite.
I'm kind of in the middle, but it wouldn't work. So for me, I'm in the middle. So I kind of play both sides a little bit. But if she's very liberal, it's not gonna work. I'm good. Cool. Can't do it.
Yeah.
Because bro, the liberal people or the people that are very woke and they like push all these weird agendas that are weird to me. Not saying the niggas that are conservative don't have weird agendas, but like, nigga, there's a lot of agendas that if you vote, if you are super liberal, I'm just like, I'm cool. I'm gonna fuck with you. So it would never work for that reason. If you're very conservative, it's not really gonna work. But I can tolerate you more than I can tolerate them. Because I'm in the middle. Because I'm not with the whole, like, for example, if they're very liberal, that means they're very passionate about, men should be able to play women's sports and da-da-da-da. Like, if you view strongly on that, I'm cool on you. Okay? Like, it's things like that.
Yeah, that's because
when
it comes down to that, it's like that shit becomes a lifestyle too, where it's like, every single thing you might be snapping about, like, I can't do it. I feel like correct me if I'm wrong, I feel like you don't even give a fuck about politics enough to even care about whether or not a girl swings crazy one way or the other way. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping though.
No, it's more of I wouldn't date a girl in general who is crazy about politics in general. I want her to be more on my type of thing. Just you may have a say so, but it's nothing like crazy to the detriment of what you're talking about, like on some like politic head shit, like
trying to go to like
rallies and
rallies
all that shit.
and all that
Is that
shit.
what you're talking about? Like somebody who's that into it, or like?
I'm saying someone who's pretty like whether it be one
nah,
side or the other.
Nah.
I mean,
Like-
I probably wouldn't date him either.
Yeah, I wouldn't even want that. That wouldn't even be a valid question to me because I wouldn't even date somebody like that. Like, it'd be cool, okay, if we're out and then if nothing gets too crazy, like around a group of people, you say a couple things and that's it. Other than that, if it's anything more than that, like half your life is based around that, I'm good.
If it's always a topic of discussion,
yeah,
And that's what it was on this season of Love Is Blind. I felt like
I'm
it kept
cool.
coming up where people were like, so what do you vote on this side? Or how did your family feel about this or that or whatever? And I was just like, a lot of them like were not, a lot of the marriages didn't work out because of things like that.
politics.
And I'm like, damn, I feel like politics nowadays is way like, am I tripping? Is it more today?
Nah, I think
Then
it's because we're older. Remember,
So
we
we're like
younger.
realizing it more.
Yeah, we're into it now. Like, we don't got to be necessarily into it, but we're seeing the things, we're hearing the things. People that are in our age range are talking about these things, so we see it more.
That's the shit. That's crazy.
Versus if you're a 16-year-old kid, you see certain things, but that's not what pops up on your timeline. You don't see these things. It's not in your algorithm of life.
Because now it's everywhere. Yeah, because I can assure my fucking little cousins don't give a shit about
No.
this at all.
And they're not paying attention. They probably don't see it. They're not watching the news.
We getting too old, bro. What up?
okay, so I know I don't be caring, but the first thing where I'm kind of just interested of like, why is this happening? Have y'all? I guess it's kind of political. Have y'all seen all these like anti-Elon Musk like narratives and agendas and people like doing the protests and shit? Do any of y'all know like a broken down story of why that's happening?
I don't know what the fuck that came from, and I haven't had enough energy or like cared enough to look deep into what it was.
I know.
I kind of
strange,
want to,
though.
but I kind of don't. Yeah.
Jit
You
kinda
definitely, you could
strange,
definitely
though.
tell he's a strange
Jit
dude for
weird.
sure. But
He got bullied in high school.
but
got
I don't
bullied.
know what the narrative is or what. I mean, obviously because
He was loved at one point.
Well, the thing is now he associated himself with Trump. I mean, that obviously is gonna start a hate train.
But it's deeper. I know because I saw this is like really good journalists called like Channel 5 or some shit like that. I don't know if you heard of it. They like cover shit, and then I watched one where they didn't break it down, but they just like went out to the rallies and made like a vlog type of thing, and he asked like unbiased questions, and he's doing something with Trump where like they. Like I don't know, like the people are just protesting and mad as fuck. Like,
Well, I know
think he's, like,
Elon is
on some Hitler
responsible
shit.
for a bunch of the government firing things and like them
Yeah,
firing
this-
a bunch of people.
shit like that.
Like he's the one that's kind of in charge because he's the head of
Terrorists and
Doge,
shit.
which is like Department of
oh yeah, I saw that.
Government Efficiency. So essentially, remember when he took over Twitter and he bought Twitter and he fired about 75% of everybody?
Yeah.
But it still works perfectly fine now. He's trying to make the government more efficient. So what he's doing is he's getting rid of people. He's holding people accountable for their jobs. It's one thing I do know. So like if you
Just come back with the whole get government people back into the office for this or that. Or
yeah,
whatever.
all of that stuff. People not submitting reports on certain things. If you don't do it and you're not responding back to emails, going like just being more strict and more, trying to be more efficient. I'm not mad at it, but the way they go about doing it is why people are like, nah, because it's like he don't give a fuck. Like he don't give a fuck who he affects, and it's kind of and my view on it is I'm not the nigga out the pro, but it's gonna. I said this when it first started coming. I was like, yo, Tesla's gonna flop down because people aren't gonna want to buy them.
Okay, so when you're saying this, it makes me think because a couple people in the video were saying this, like, they were mad as fuck about it. Like he's not even like he's in, like associated with people with politics, but he's not even in politics to be making these type of changes. How the fuck does he just has that much money and power?
He the richest
How the fuck
nigga.
does he have access to even do shit like that?
Because
This is from
he's with Trump.
He's with Trump now, so Trump appoints him these jobs.
oh okay
Yeah,
okay
that's
okay,
why
okay.
he was rallying with him. Like he's one of the reasons why Trump got elected.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
a lot of
When
money
you're-
behind all of that.
When you're that fucking wealthy, when you are in that top point zero or whatever percent of wealthiness, like you are gonna have some type of say so. It's crazy. So, but
Yeah, okay, I can see why people look at. I get what's going
Yeah.
on. I actually want to look more into that.
yeah, we'll have to look.
That's
into
like
that.
the first thing I kind of actually care about. Like, why are all these people like?
Yeah, that shit's crazy. But I think
He was like loved at one point.
absolutely because
some, like,
Because he
innovative.
you didn't know his politic
yeah,
agenda
because,
and stuff. for a
exactly.
while.
Once you start preaching politics, that's when you're
Yeah,
fucked.
yeah, okay,
You-
okay.
Like
I
at that
get it, I
point,
get
you got to
it.
pick a side. You're
Which
cooked.
is so crazy. That's how the world really. Well, that's how the United States works. The rest of the world doesn't work like that. From my understanding,
that I know
it's
of.
literally the United States.
Yeah, US
Was it always like that though?
It's always
It's
been
always
like that. It just seems like it's gotten worse, but it hasn't. I think the internet makes it seem worse than it actually is.
That shit is no joke. Bro.
Oh, bro, and I was thinking, you know how like the Gulf of Mexico isn't called the Gulf of Mexico anymore? It's called Gulf of America.
Yeah.
It's kind of inclusive. It kind of it's an inclusive name because, I mean because he changed the name,
I guess.
but I mean we're not America. Like this isn't this
We're
country.
North
Say we're not.
No. This country isn't called America.
What's it
It's called the United States
of America.
of America, but we live in North America, Central America, South America. So it's the Gulf of America, which includes everybody. That's what I thought about that shit the other day. I was like, yo, nigga, if he wanted it to be called, named after us, he would have just called it the Gulf of the United States. But it's not called that. It's called the Gulf of America, which is inclusive to everybody. So no one should feel left out.
If you want to get technical like that, then I guess, I mean, yeah.
I thought about it. I was like, it's kind of dope.
But anyway, man, we're going to wrap this shit up like a condom. We appreciate y'all tuning in to an episode of the Payday Off podcast. Yeah. Make sure you follow us. Follow Jamaree at
Sincere Poppy.
and T at
T Greenery.
and me at Roy Motors. Follow us at the Payday Off podcast. Like, comment, subscribe. Just like that. We out. Bye.
You ain't got no job, and you ain't got shit to do.